Condors Esports is innovating intercollegiate gaming in Ontario and beyond. We've built a community where you can compete, play, and work in a dynamic program accessible from all campuses.
Condors Esports is more than just gaming. Here, you'll find empowerment and inspiration in state-of-the-art facilities equipped with the latest technologies and unwavering support.
We are varsity athletes, turning victories into championships as high-performing gamers.
We are relentless, constantly pushing our limits and pursuing excellence through every match.
We are Condors. Gaming connects us on campus or online, all through best-in-class equipment.
We're building a foundation of experience, powered by our passion, and developing skills that drive personal and professional success.
We are eager students, transforming our dreams into careers in dynamic and emerging industries.
Condors Esports goes beyond gaming, fostering enduring friendships, unforgettable experiences, and meaningful connections.
This is your chance to transform your passion for video games, esports, and technology into something impactful. Learn how Conestoga is introducing Condors Esports to your campus and connect with fellow Condors striving to soar.
We
are Condors.
Conestoga College is setting the stage for a new era in gaming. In 2025, we're opening a state-of-the-art esports venue, a premier facility for high-performing gamers in Canada.
In this 10,000 square foot facility, we're putting you in the center of the action. The facility will have 50 top-tier PC stations, 5 console stations, immersive VR stations, a team operations room, a full production suite, and a premier competition stage.
Esports is a rapidly evolving industry with global viewership of 532 million in 2022. This initiative goes beyond esports. It's also a platform for forging bonds, making memories, and creating connections.
Since 2020, Condors Esports continues to evolve, providing industry-leading facilities and experiences to the esports community.
Conestoga's esports venue expresses a sustainable and intentional future to compete, play, and work, all powered by gaming.
Holy macaroni, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Conestoga College. I know we've already started last week, but I'm back, and I'm glad to be back. I'm Leaf, and I'm joined by Willow today. We got some COD later on, but hey, it's nice to sit down in the chairs with you in the studio. It's the same one. We haven't had any additions yet. I've seen some rumors and sparkles of some new fresh stuff, but for now, the same old comfortable chairs.
They're pretty comfortable.
They're all right. I mean, you guys can't see below the desk here, but they're made of just blue suede. Yours is like red velvet.
It feels like crushed velvet.
Crushed velvet?
Yeah.
What does crushed velvet feel like?
Not good.
Okay. I've never sat on crushed velvet before.
It's a weird feeling.
Okay. Well, that's something that I'm not putting on my bucket list. For now. Let's talk about some Call of Duty here because we got that coming up soon. I guess first off, we should talk about the players and who we're looking at this year because there is a new addition to the roster, which I guess they probably would have gone over last week. You can see the players getting ready here. You know, you got your old classics here with Drummo, Frizzy, and Jay Ray in, and we have Savvy, who is in the studio with us. But Neb is the new guy. He's looking pretty confident.
He does. Little finger guns.
Yeah. He's ready to take everyone out. That's appropriate. We're playing Call of Duty. There's guns in this.
Yeah. I mean, I'd trust him.
Dremmo's just cracking his knuckles. He forgot they were. He's like, "Oh, you guys are taking the photos now." Or is he beating someone up?
That might be it. He might be ready to throw a punch.
I hope not. Well, he can't. Our opponents aren't here.
Virtually. He might I don't know. Video call?
That's true. Punch him through the video call. That's next level tech. I don't want that tech to arrive. I like being at home. I don't need strangers reaching into my household.
You don't want some like VTuber stuff? You don't want like fans reaching in, grabbing you?
Absolutely not. Unless I can charge them. I'll put a subscriber tier.
You can reach through
and touch my mustache or something. Anyways, looking at the rest of the field here. The rest of the teams I've been informed. The top teams are, I believe, Cumberland, Oklahoma, and St. Clair, who is our actual matchup today. So I don't know if you know much about St. Clair, but they are a powerhouse in Canadian collegiate esports.
Yeah, I'm a little fearful today, but I have trust in our boys.
Do you? Because tell me, we were talking to Coach Eric before. I don't know if you want to let people know what he was saying about the squads that they're bringing in over there.
It's insane. We had They had one Canadian. Everyone else is full ride scholarship, international students, which means they are probably the top of the top.
Yep.
And we have our family.
That's true. Hey, the good thing is that we've got synergy. The fact that they're bringing in so many new people. The thing is, while they're experienced, they're not going to have that same connection. So that could be an early season lock-in for us if we can get this win early. I mean, that'd be good. If we can get a win over St. Clair tonight, then that shows that we're potentially in contention for the rest of the season. I mean, we just got upgraded into this league through our last semester, the Superconference. The question is, how are things going to be going? Because we haven't played yet, right? Our last week's match got so they wouldn't have talked about any of this. Our last week's match, I believe, got rescheduled till tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So we haven't seen what these guys have yet with Neb.
Yeah, and I feel like this is a good first game to
truly
absolutely
understand. Yeah. Because another thing Coach Eric was saying is they had a whiteboard of a bunch of things that they shouldn't do. Yeah, top of the list said
win against St. Clair, and hopefully, I would love to knock that off the top.
Get it out of the way at the beginning of the season.
Exactly. Set the pace.
The rest of the list gets easy. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Well, we'll see again. So, as we said, Savvy is sitting out today, and we have Neb in his place, and we are getting the maps. We did get a teaser earlier. We knew that we'd have Vista and 6-star off the bat.
Yes.
And I believe Karachi. But the last two maps we didn't see.
Yeah, last two maps are Rio and Invasion. Invasion looks pretty cool, I'd say. Rio also kind of vacay spot. Take the family there.
There's not today. There's a lot of gunfire about to happen in Rio. I'm gonna take my vacation elsewhere today. Maybe next week or something.
Just avoid where they are. Cheaper.
Sure.
That's a cheaper hotel.
That's like the people that go on vacations right after like a natural disaster.
I see people like that, and that scares me.
Well, why not?
Yeah.
Right? The economy needs people coming into the area. They probably appreciate it. And it's not like it's suddenly less safe because of that, right? In fact, it's probably more safe statistically because a bad thing just happened there. The chance of it happening again right after very low statistically.
What's the saying? Lightning doesn't strike twice?
Which is false. We build things to specifically have lightning strike twice and multiple times on. But yes, that is the phrase.
So then, if something bad happens, just first flight, book it, care about the hotel and everything later.
Cool. I'm still not going to book a fight to a vacation spot when I know a gunfight's about to happen.
Maybe they'll care for you, though. Maybe if you pay them a little extra, just avoid my hotel room.
Yeah, okay. I'll tell the Navy SEALs, hey, when you're going to take out the bad guys here, can you just not fight over here? Even if they go in there, just don't go there. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm just a civilian. Keep me out of it.
Leave me out, man. I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. 6-star is a hotel. Maybe we could vacation there too. No, there's even less spots to hide, I believe, there because they're fighting in the actual building at that point.
There's benches outside.
But they're outside too.
I don't know. There's bushes. Hide in a bush.
Just don't go in the pool because that's where they go.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a pool, and they go in the water, and they shoot each other in the pool.
I would probably do that. If I see a pool and I'm fighting a gunfight, easy vacation. Bring it back to reality a little bit. I don't know.
We might have to check the Mythbusters on that one because physics-wise, I'm not sure if the bullets are going to go very far if you shoot them under the water.
I feel like didn't Mythbusters already
Yeah, I'm pretty
do
sure the
that?
bullets just veer off instantly.
Really?
Yeah. Like they'll go a couple feet and then just veer off.
So then just, I don't know, put a scuba tank on and sit at the bottom.
I guess. Honestly, there might be weight to that is probably the safest place in 6-star at that point.
Exactly. Scuba tank, get a deflated air mattress.
I guess. I think we've reached the end of our analysis on that. Let's talk about the players again, because you can see them getting ready. They're in studio. They're looking happy. We'll see if that changes once they start playing St. Clair. But I do know, and I'm wondering if we'll get tech issues. We were already talking about Neb. Neb drew the short straw. He's playing on a PC that was having some issues earlier. I guess they plugged the controller in and the PC just turned off. So that's an interesting one. We'll hope that doesn't happen here. He says it's been felt fine to him, though. Neb said that he hasn't really had issues. Well, was that some gamer glue? Yeah, I haven't seen anyone else really use that in the real world besides me before.
What is gamer glue?
So basically, you put it on your hand. It's like a little
Is it like what
gum.
they use for handball or like volleyball?
I would assume so.
Sticks.
What it does, it's basically gum. Like it comes from the similar thing, and you put it on your hands, and it just stops. It absorbs all moisture, so it prevents your hands from sweating on the controllers.
I should pick up some of that.
Yeah, no,
myself.
it actually worked really well. You do have to reapply it probably every 20 to 30 minutes.
Really?
But if you're in a gaming session like this and you do have, oh my God, I got to tell you, a Rocket League player recently just got Botox in his hand so he'd stop sweating when he played.
That's a strat.
Yeah, just 20 needles per hand of Botox.
I don't even. The thought of needles near my fingers.
Especially as a pro player, when that shows you're moneymakers.
Well, what happens if they mess up?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those are your money. I'm on your side here. I would be terrified too.
Yeah, that's one wrong move. Done.
Yep.
Finished.
Gone. Out of here. Well, the good thing is the player that got it done isn't really playing at he's kind of bubble level now, so it doesn't really matter. But and it's off season, so why not try it? But yeah, Gamer Glue might be a bit of an, or is it called Gamer Goo? It's not. We'll have to look it up after. But yeah, it is probably a better option than expensive Botox, because Botox you'd have to get done every 6 months again, anyways, as your body gets rid of it. But yeah, interesting to see. He's getting in the match. But we were talking to Team Eric before, and they were hoping Neb is going to be a really good addition to the squad. Big thing he was saying for them was cleaning up their comms.
Yes, and kind of keeping Luca a little bit under a leash, but I mean,
good luck. Frizzy's up there. Yeah, no, this'll we'll see, because I know both J Ray and Frizzy love to be those roamers. You're going to see them running around the map trying to get those solo kills, a couple flanks here and there when they're in there. So keep an eye on those two. Definitely, if you see them approaching up, their arrow looking at a couple other arrows around a corner, they're probably about to jump in and cause some chaos. But again, we're against St. Clair, a squad that is quite accustomed to players like this trying to bring up the flank.
So then that makes me wonder if they might have changed their strats to make up for St. Clair's powerhouse, I guess.
Maybe. I mean, again, we'll find out. The chaos of our squad, honestly, off the bat, could throw them off. The problem oftentimes is if there is a large skill gap, you'll see plenty of times where, like for instance, me, I've played Rocket League against people, and they'll beat me in a first match. But then I learn their habits and then can take them out. Same thing here. If St. Clair is that significantly better, like if the rumors are true about what to expect from them, we could see an early map or two for us, but then it might change. This is a best of 5.
That's true. And I don't know. I want to have hope for our boys.
Oh, I do too. And we'll keep it until the hope is gone. Yeah, no, it definitely, I'll stay cautiously optimistic even for, during the first couple, because a reverse sweep is always possible in this. And I don't know while we wait for the match to get ready if we can look at the map picks again, but if we can, I would like to go over a couple of them, because we've seen plenty of play, at least on Karachi and Invasion, which were, I think, 3rd and 5th. There's a potential we don't get to 5th. Invasion, super fun map. Oftentimes we've seen that when it comes to S&D, and that's a mode that we've here and there had trouble with on S&D with the invasion. Thankfully, I believe that's not going to be an S&D map because that is our last map. So that hopefully that should be a little bit better for us if we get to that point.
Hopefully we do.
Yes,
I'd like us to get there.
That's true. We got a little bit of a ways to go, though. I mean, hopefully we're not going to get a 3-0. I'd like to see at least a match off of St. Clair, but we do have it. First match of our NACE Superconference for Conestoga College facing off against St. Clair College, one of our bucket list items.
Yeah, and hopefully, well, we've had a lot of gunfire off the bat. Dremo getting taken out. There's lots of exchanges. Frizzy, it seems like every time we get one kill, it's reversed by the other team or vice versa. Neb's stepping in, and it's just kind of chaos right now.
Yeah, this is good. Hardpoint, we got on initially, but there's a lot of control right now, and this is a good line setup for St. Clair as they continually hold Conestoga College, the Condors at bay. As they try to find an entrance. Leading the charge was Dremo, but he does get that trade there. Super takes him out. And again, that hold was pretty good, but a couple points on the board, but a 25-8 lead.
That's, yeah. I mean, St. Clair's definitely stepped it up, and hopefully our boys can kind of, I don't know, bite some toes, get in there.
Wow, this is a different kind of stream now.
I mean, we've already seen some people head behind desk, but it's a lot of outdoor action right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be hard point to get into. This especially over on that left side of the hard point is going to be a long line of sight. We're going to need the AR on that, try to get some pokes, but of course, St. Clair
is holding it down.
They're good line, and that's what you're seeing right now is just trying to force that spawn to the top right corner of the screen to keep them away from that hard point.
Yeah, crazy stuff. Oh,
yeah.
And looks like we have stepped foot into the zone. Hopefully Neb can hold it down until the boys get in. Back him up, maybe.
This was good, but watch that split. You see on the other side there, we're about to get locked, and we're already trying to push for it. Good first kill. Frizzy taking down Brandon, but Rupert does drop Dremo. Now 2v1, but the rest of the squad's coming in. Can we get this gunfight? Not quite. J-Ray dropped. Neb also dropped. Dremo at least gets one piece, and we're holding the hard point. We're trying to keep things even. 46, not too far away now.
We're catching up. I mean, I'd rather catch up very slowly, but still get ahead than stay behind.
I'd rather catch up than mustard. We're off point now, though, and this is going to be a little more difficult to get on. 3 on. You see that lurker.
Running pistols.
A lot of back and forth. Honestly, a lot closer than I think a lot of people might have anticipated coming into this matchup, but we do see just that solidarity from the St. Clair College. This is why these players were, looked as a bit frightening coming into this match from the Condors. Those gunfights are just not going in our favor right now, and this is going to allow St. Clair to creep ahead just a little bit further, but we might be able to have this next.
And I mean, the boys they're shooting good, they're aiming good. It's just a matter of who can click a button faster and hold it to the right point, which is, it's a lot harder to do than you'd think. I mean, it's the main thing I struggle with is actually hitting my target.
Struggle with a lot of stuff, that being one of them. And we are not finding our way into the point right now. Look at those pokes there. Rupert is chasing down the Savage. Thankfully, we got the trade. Point contested now. We're trying to drop on, win the gunfight. J-Ray dropped, and we are not having much luck.
Neb might come in. Nope. He tried. There was an attempt. But Rupert, he's just gunning him down. J-Ray looks like had an exchange, which was pretty nice. But it's just not going in our favor. Hopefully, though, after this, once we kind of get our footing in whatever ground this is, we can start pushing forward.
Unfortunately, we're starting to see that lead extend quite significantly now. Almost 150-point gap between us and St. Clair. We're starting to drop a couple more on the board here, but it's not looking good for us. Probably not going to win this next gunfight, and that is going to be St. Clair taking over. Now a little bit of a trickle from the Condors. Look at that split. Frizzy trying to get the flank, but look behind him. Kudus is trying to make sure to watch that line. Yeah.
Honestly, St. Clair is like a pack of wild dogs that know their territory and just see the Condors and they're just going for them. They know exactly almost where they're going to be, how they're going to be shooting, and they just dominate.
Yeah. Well, I also feel like Vista, if my memory serves me correctly, wasn't the strongest of our maps, especially when it came to this internal point that's coming up next, our first point, as the rotation of the hard point starts to make a full cycle. We did not get a lot of points, only 15 points on that last one.
It's unfortunate. I mean, a lot of Vista looks like just corners, and corners are not fun to try to have gunfights with because you don't know what's going to be around it. You try to creep around it, and then you just take a bullet to the face.
Good corners, kid. Double kill there. Cootie again taking down Neb, and I believe it was J Ray. Now Frizzy and Dremo dropped. We had the hope early on. We said we'd keep it, but again, for this map specifically, it's starting to get a little bit out of control.
And I mean, sometimes that's expected. I mean, you can't be good at every single map, every single game. And Vista, it could be one of our, stick in the side, but hopefully the next one we can kind of get ahead. I don't know, go back to some toe biting.
Yeah.
Get some ankles. I don't know.
Well, big thing right now is going to be those gunfights. We're getting picked off from positions that we're not really anticipating. And I think that's something that's catching them off guard and giving the edge to St. Clair is their positioning on these map rotations is super solid. And our boys are just getting locked out from honestly having any momentum. Anytime they think they might be in a good position, a gunshot comes from an angle they weren't expecting, it looks like. So a little bit of a difficulty. St. Clair starting to run away with this one. We're still troubling that 100 point. We're not even past 80 at this moment.
To the 80, I mean, that's... And there we go. There's our 80 that we so badly wanted. Hopefully J Ray actually... Yeah.
Yeah, next, unfortunately, though, look what's happening in top left. Next point's about to unlock. We only have 1 second left on this.
And St. Clair's already there.
Exactly. And that's something that they've just been on point for. And for some reason, it didn't even look like the Condors wanted to attempt an approach there. This looks like a new strat. They're trying to take around the backside, left side of the map. They got 2 kills, but the spawns are already going to happen. The spawn control from St. Clair, wonderful, but a drop down. We start to see the shark in. This is going to be troublesome. Yeah, a little bit of a surrounding. 2 players dropped. We are not at a man advantage, and another gunfight not in our favor.
It's unfortunate because we can see them running together, and they're trying so hard to hold each other's backs, but St. Clair they just chew them out. No matter what they try, it's just angles and little hidden spots.
Although at this point we do have point. We had a little sneak up through the back corridor. Distraction tactics internally, but
St. Clair's right back at it.
That was not held for long. Look how easily this squad moved in, killed us off for those last few points, and then still managed to rotate to next point. It definitely feels like a map thing at this point for the Condors, that they just are drastically outclassed when it comes to their rotates and just map knowledge and comfort ability.
And I mean it's an unfortunate thing for not really knowing what's going to come back next or where the next hard point is going to be, but like, I mean, we got 100 points.
We broke 100. We'll celebrate the little victories. Unfortunately, there weren't many else to be had throughout this. We, as far as I could tell, didn't have any insane streaks from the squad. Let me see here. Good. Yeah, we had a couple decent KDRs, I think, overall, if I saw that correctly. But it was a lot of trades. It came down to after the trades, the positioning. It was just when they won a gunfight, it didn't set them up for success on the rotate to the next point. It was, let's take the gunfights, and that was the end goal. Past that, it felt like St. Clair definitely dominated in terms of knowing how to carry that momentum through a gunfight into their next rotate to the next point, or to map control, spawn controls, and making sure that the Condors were spawning in places that put them at a disadvantage and made them fight from behind every single time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know too much, but I've always envisioned the spawns like a cloud. If you have a group of people here and then they move over here, all the other spawns will happen in the other part of the map. So that's what they were trying to do. A lot of times you'll see teams trying to control those spawns and make sure people are spawning in disadvantageous spots. So you won't see everyone.
St. Clair really knew how to do that. I mean, even when they take the last couple of points, they already had 2 players up at the next one, and Condors was just dead.
Yeah. No, because we were being forced through some extremely disadvantageous approaches to these points. Some tighter corridors, as you said, corners that were harder to, I guess, determine where someone might be positioned on the other side. Because if you take a tight corner, they have a wide, if they give a wide berth to that corner, they have a much better FOV, a better range of what they can see. Whereas you're coming around a tight corner, they're going to be able to react to you coming around a lot quicker. And St. Clair was doing a good job of making sure we're in those positions. But a new map, new game mode, hopefully a little bit different. Again, from my memory, that wasn't the best map for us mixed with game mode in the last semester either.
Yeah, and that's what I've seen watching back some of the old games. It definitely, you could see it was our weak point, which is unfortunate, but every team has that spot that just they can't get past.
For me, it's usually getting out of bed.
Yeah, that's everyday struggle for me.
It's really it's the gamer struggle. I am curious now as to what is potentially going to be said. I mean, Neb, they said they want him as that center point, a player that can help clean up those comms for them, a player that is going to just bring the skill level up. Overall, some more consistency. I don't see him talking too much right now at this point. Maybe he's taking it in. He'll put together a plan with Eric later on for the squad, what they need to do. It seems like a lot of the talking was coming from Eric. I imagine a lot of it is going to be, hey, new map. Let's see what we can get on the next one. And then if there's a problem, let's step away. This squad loves to step away from their seats, go over to the couch area in the hub here at Conestoga and kind of reset, refresh. We'll see if they end up pulling that in a little bit. But for now, it seems to be, let's take that L and
push forward.
Yeah, see how the next one goes. Then we can adjust.
And I mean, with Neb being new, they could very well just be using this first game as a let's all feel each other out. Let's see how we all play and go from there.
It's quite the series to do that with. I mean, this is a good tester. I mean, you have 2 other squads that are going to be at the top of your groups that you end up having to go against. So this is a really good just heat check, I guess, of how hot's the top going to be and how hot do we need to be throughout the rest of our groups. Like, where is this level in the NACE Superconference? They dominated a lot of their series in their conference last semester. But this is a whole other league. I mean, we talked about early on how teams like St. Clair are bringing in imports from around the world.
And I mean, getting into games like this where you have so many different kinds of players with so many different kinds of play styles, mixing them in with teams and then going up against them with no knowledge. You've never seen them before, might not have ever played them, especially since St. Clair has so many new players. How do you get around that?
You play them and you learn. That's really what it is. And at this point, that's what they're doing. Unfortunately, there's the smiles have faded, which obviously I think for them, they were probably hoping to come into this a little bit stronger. I think they do. Again, this is where Coach Eric comes in. He definitely needs to be telling these guys, shake this off. Realistically, we have 3 more chances to go forward. 2 more chances to go forward here. 2 more lives, right? They're not out of this matchup yet. And the next maps coming up could be something a little bit more in their favor. We'll see, how their comfortability is on 6-star. I know they had issues with hardpoint on this, but if I'm not mistaken, we go to search and destroy now at this point. So this could be a chance for them to pull back a win. S&D, you die, you're out for that round, right? And it's a little more slow paced. So maybe now while they did get outpaced in the faster match, they can step back and surprise St. Clair.
Yeah, and they could totally turn those corner kills right around on St. Clair and, try to dominate. See kind of if we take it slower, can St. Clair also take it slow, or will St. Clair just keep pushing?
Yeah,
and just going fast.
I don't know. I was going to offer a suggestion, but I don't know. We have to just watch and find out, because we drop into our second map on 6-star, little S&D, search and destroy. And off the bat, a little bit of slow play. You got some util playing out. Ooh, some sights there. Dremel almost got the kill. That would have been nice to see. Brandon got out of the way just in time. But again, slow play.
It is, but the boys are holding their corners, and there goes Neb.
Yep. You have Breezy sharking around point. He's watching. I think a plant's about to come in now, though. St. Clair is dropping it. They know it. Let's see if they get this around. They do have good positioning for this, but they're not making that push. They're, I think, waiting for the last two to come out around that semicircle. Good kill there by J. Ray, but he's going to get dropped immediately. A little bit of a trade Z, but the bomb is planted. Frizzy taking out Cootie. This is good. A 2v2. No, it's a 1v1, sorry. Or 1v2, I can't count at all. But he's got to watch his corner. This is not going to be good around that left side. He's got a lot of options for where those enemies can be. Yeah, that was not a favorable situation. You want to go into that, especially with a bomb plant, with at least another teammate to help you.
Yeah, he tried to hold his own. He did pretty good. You could see who's going one way and just didn't expect him to be behind him.
Check your corners, kid.
Yep.
Yeah,
lay low if you need to. Do a little crawl around.
I don't know if you had the time for that, but definitely would have surprised. Would have surprised the opponents there. St. Clair taking the first round. Very methodical. It wasn't very slow. It was deliberate. They had a good pacing to themselves on their setup. But this is quite the different pacing. Condors say, screw pacing, and immediately jump in. 2 kills on the board, and that's a good start for the Condors. I like to see the surprise tactics, a little bit of an A rush. Yeah. And we got bomb planted. Now they just got to hold. Things can still drop drastically here, but this is a good position for the Condors.
It is, and it's really, really nice to see them just say, you know what, go for it, go for the throw, surprise them, take him out, and we see that it's led us to a good place. You love to see it.
Flank. Here we go. Frizzy on the flank around. This is going to be the win. Yeah, they got that sandwich. A little bit of Condor sandwich on the board, and point off of St. Clair College. What a good strat. Not something that's likely going to work too many times in a row, but I love the comms. I wonder who called that.
Yeah, that's a good question. Who just was like, go for it, do it.
Yeah, I know there's a potential that Neb, again, as that new player with the experience. We've seen Dremo take charge before, being the anchor for the squad. J-Ray and Frizzy are the players that love to dive in, so maybe it was their suggestion, or it could have been coach. I want to talk to them after that, but love the first call here, but we'll see if they can hold off now while they are on the defensive.
Hopefully, it would be very interesting to see if they kind of pull the same strat. Doesn't look like it. It looks like they've gone back to the first one. Kind of slow, but very tactical in the way they move.
Well, the good thing is that it did get them information. A bit of a dive there from Frizzy. Gave the information. They're going for another B plant. Watch out, though. Neb, let's see, it gets a gunfight. That's why you bring him out of the squad. And now we're going to see potentially a rotate. Bomb is playing it safe. C-Wads is opting for a chance to rotate around A, and it looks like they might be going for that, but they're not going to know. J-Ray is there for a surprise. He's taking a couple picks, and they are locking in a good little cone that's going to stop St. Clair from being able to break out, although we did lose Neb.
Well, they are keeping them at bay from staying away from these points
Yikes.
to bomb plant, but
is the key word we need to be using here. Let's get another drop. What a kill there on the final kill. But I liked where it was going, but we got a little spread out when it came to the actual gunfights. We had a large roaming flank from J-Ray. Had he won that gunfight, that would have been wonderful for them because they would have had a little bit of a pincer.
Yeah.
As they were trying to force CWADs into deciding to go to a B site. Because we did have that top site, or sorry, we did have top on B in a good lock position if we could force bomb to go to A. But that lost gunfight around the backside of the map definitely hurt.
Yeah, and I mean, it's unfortunate that we can see this happening almost, but...
Good don't kill! Let's go, Frizzy!
Thank you, buddy.
Dropping a quick little 2-piece for Frizzy. But something was happening on the rest of the map, and we are down to just J-Ray left, although if there's anyone that can do it, that's him. 1 kill. Let's go. Not the second, though. Look at the teamwork and comms from St. Clair, which is something, again, that we're looking throughout this season to be able to spice up a little bit. 3 points on the board for St. Clair. I like to see it, though. There's a little bit of a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, the confidence is coming back, which is, I mean, you love to see it. And getting confidence knocked down is not fun in these kinds of games. I went through it quite a lot, and having teammates that just bring it back up is amazing. And hopefully we can see the Condors do that with each other, even with Potsy coming in, trying to give them some back support. But
look at that, a push out of B. Now, an interesting call to push B. We do have Neb and Frizzy instantly on that B site to try and lock it down. But in my opinion, it's interesting because I would have expected St. Clair to do the mix-up now and call out for an A site plant. Because right now, St. Clair is working clinical. They're not working off of mix-ups. They're just doing their game plan. And to me, that's a game plan-y kind of move to drop A. So, yeah, interesting call to try. To me, here's the back and forth. It feels, a little bit of analysis mid-match, it feels like Condors wanted to call a mix-up, a 3 A plant or B plants in a row, because most people wouldn't do that.
yeah,
So if you go for it, it's the mind game mix-up. They think we're going to do it, so we won't do it, but because of that, we are going to do it because they think we won't do it. But they just played their game, and St. Clair definitely is just running the paces right now. That was a little, I think the Condors mind gamed themselves on that call.
I think so as well, because it seemed like if I was in St. Clair's position where the last round the Condors had pushed them away from B, you kind of figure they're going to be kind of gatekeeping B. So just go for A, and it's exactly what happened.
Yeah, called out. We'll see. Last point potentially here. We have quite the battle to get 4 more points ourselves. Dremo kind of locking the bomb. They're going for another A site rush, it looks like. But look at that mid split right now. And now instantly, I think the information is there. They're starting to make that flank around backside. This is going to be a big battle for Neb if those 2 players make it around. Rupert and Cutis are going to be sneaking on through. We got Plant, but it's not looking super healthy. That 2v1 is going to hurt if Neb can't get the win, and he's instantly dropped.
And yeah, we're just going to see them continue to drop, which is, it's heartbreaking a little bit.
Yeah, that was such a good setup from St. Clair. That mid-split was amazing to be able to call out the second they had the information, especially sending 2 on the backside, because you know someone's going to be watching that flank.
Yeah.
And the Condors, unfortunately, only had 1 person to watch that flank. Neb instantly gets deleted, and I believe it was left up to J-Ray to try to clean up that 1v2, but the momentum's already gained, and a point goes to St. Clair. And things are starting to look a little grim.
Just a little bit, but there's still hope. I mean, for all we know, there could be a huge upset.
True. The chances of it happening, I will keep minimal, though.
Yeah, but, I mean, the chances are there.
Whoa, chaos.
See Frizzy take some people out.
Okay, let's go. Let's just win the gunfights. Screw the bomb plants.
Yeah, I mean, if you take them out, they can't really plant anything.
No, they can't do anything. I like it. I mean, a little bit of chaos at mid. I like it. His heat map shooting exactly where I shoot. The groin and left leg. All of my heat maps were groin and left leg.
Really? I mean, it's better than me. Mine would be the wall. So You're one
Just-
step ahead.
Your heat map is an outline of the character in front of you.
Exactly. You know the little police tape they put on the ground?
Yep.
That would be me.
That's wonderful. Yeah, I was always scared to go for headshots.
Sometimes they're tricky.
Ooh, good first kill. I like
Jay
this.
Ray taking him out.
Dude, speed is the name of the Condors game, and it works a lot of times, but it does end up in chaos, and you don't really know what's going on. Now in a 1v2, let's see. Jay Ray, see what you can do. Gets caught climbing, clambering the edge, and unfortunately, St. Clair is going to lock in that point and lock in the second map.
It's unfortunate, but hey, we got 2 points in that. I'm proud of the boys. Getting that done, so
this is a lot of information gathering. I mean, the big thing right now, yeah, they're getting the tapes. They're going to say, okay, what went wrong? There was a lot of it, but what went wrong? Oh, and remember what I called before?
The couch break?
Yep.
Yep.
Look at that. It's like I'm an analyst now.
You know,
It's
it's going to happen. And that couch is comfy. Sometimes it's a little harder than expected if you sit down too fast.
It definitely can surprise you. It gets you off guard.
Yep, but it's a good spot to recoup and just sit down, kind of like you see a huddle in, say, a football game.
Yeah.
And you just come together and go, okay, what are we changing? What are we keeping?
Yeah.
How do we push forward and push through this almost disappointment? It's not disappointment, so to say, but for them, they're probably feeling it.
A lot of it ends up being just a mental reset when they're out there. I mean, it could just be a bathroom break too, but I have a feeling, I don't know if we have a camera on them over there, but oftentimes they'll take a break by the couches just to stand up, and your brain is a part of your body and it needs blood. When you're sitting down like that, the blood flow slows down, your heart stops. Even if you're in a match and adrenaline's going, you still want that full circulation of blood, and being able to get that back up to the brain is one of the points of this. Coach Eric Pottsy loves to make sure that they can just visually and mentally reset themselves. I mean, I say this to people a lot of time, a technique I call 4 corners, which I borrowed from my friend. He was a professional Smash player, and I asked him how he locks in all the time. And he says, 4 corners. I look at the 4 corners of the monitor, and I say, that is my world. No distractions outside of that exist. Everything that matters is what's happening on this screen in front of me. I took that outside into the real world before, and I said, okay, look at the 4 corners of your room right now. We actually live in an endless void, so we don't have corners in here. But what I do is it gets you looking away from the virtual world and pulls you back out for a moment and brings you into the fact that you're not somewhere else, you're here. This is your mental space, and it helps you kind of lock that in again, like gets yourself back on track instead of your train of thought going too far in any other direction.
Yeah, and I mean, esports and gaming is a big mental battle. And I don't know if you've heard that a lot of esports teams are actually taking on, not physiotherapists, but
psychologists.
Yeah,
Psychologists.
And it's really cool and nice to see that esports players and gamers all around, even outside of the whole esports competitive world, are starting to understand that it's more than just being a good player. It's what's going on in your brain. Can you clear your head to focus on the game? Can you then take a step back and come out and come back to the human world and be able to just restart?
Yeah, and speaking of, it wasn't a couch break, it was a bathroom break, but it kind of accomplishes a lot of the same stuff in what you're saying, and being able to, as you said, step out and come back in, literally step out of the room and come back in. For them, they're still getting that mental reset. But for that, what we know going forward for them is, and this is why I called it early on, this is why I thought it was going to happen, was that these first 2 maps, historically we know, as they got added late in the season last semester, that they didn't have as much familiarity with it. So coming into this, I had a feeling, especially against a strong team, that this could end up being a bad situation for them. But they know with Karachi moving forward, these are maps they're a lot more familiar with. Let's get the 2 losses out of the way. Well, then let's step out and get that reset. And that's why I had a feeling coming on. So there's still hope going forward for these guys that on the maps that they know, things could turn around.
And I mean, from experience, knowing maps, it's a game changer. When you go into something that you don't know I get overwhelmed because you don't know where the little secret hidden spots are. You don't know where people are familiar with. And as soon as you get into a map that you can call your essentially home, the whole game changes. The way you play changes. The way you kind of fear the other team kind of disappears.
Right. Well, at this point, I think they're still on a break, and if we do have the chance to do that, we might take a quick step out ourselves and then come back and see if the Condors can turn things around against St. Clair, one of their bucket list items. So we'll take a quick break and then see you on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Players are sitting down and starting to get ready to go. You saw them on that break walking in. We're watching, in case for some reason you're just joining us now in the middle of this broadcast, watching some Call of Duty, although I guess it probably says on whatever platform you're on what we're watching anyways. Although, oddly enough, I have people come into my streams and say, what are you playing? And I'm like, it's literally right below the title. But I guess I'll tell you anyways. Yes, we're playing some Call of Duty. I'm Leaf, and Willow is with me, and we are about to head into our third map. Now, things haven't been looking so good for us so far.
It's a little fearful, but we're going back to a map that we're familiar with.
Familiarity.
And hopefully comfortable and confident with.
Yes, that's the fingers crossed here. Let's see your fingers crossed. Oh, you can't see them anymore. It's gone. Anyways, into it potentially. The end of our day here, if we can't overcome St. Clair College. They've just brought in a bunch of imports. This is a good map, though, for us, but already a hold on control for St. Clair. Look at
J-Ray
that.
had first blood.
Yeah, no, I like it. And look at the steal as well.
Yeah.
Is that first tick? First tick down.
It's nice to see us getting in there first and getting some kills in and just holding the fort down.
Yeah, this is what we like to see. Those get a little more dangerous now. 2v onto the point, and we can't quite get that second tick. That's probably going to get deleted now as 3 of St. Clair players start to move in, and they're controlling spawn a little bit better now as they push us outward from that A point. And I wonder if we're trying to rotate for B right now.
I mean, we very well could be. We can see 2 of our boys up at the top, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like Frizzy and Neb kind of just waiting, hoping, fingers crossed, which it's a good strat, especially seeing how it went the very first round with St. Clair. And St. Clair's not stepping into A to claim it.
Yeah, J-Ray getting taken out there, though, might give a little bit of an indication to St. Clair that we're going to go for a B site, and they can see that right now. A little bit of progress on B. We got one of the ticks. A little gunfight in Diner. And is that Neb just hanging out in the back door?
It is Neb.
Don't take the gunfight. You don't have to.
Exactly. It's like takeout delivery. He's just doing his job.
Oh, get the kill, please.
And
second one not on the board.
There's the delivery.
The delivery was brought to you, but the delivery man also punched you in the face. So a little bit of trouble there. Frizzy getting a kill of his own. Trophy system's out, and they got point going for that second tick.
And it looks like we got all the boys up there pretty much. Minus Dremo now, but that's okay. He'll come back to us.
I think Dremo's trying to get sneaky and keep that A option open, but he's going to have to work from the outside here. He might be able to get a flank on Rupert as they move into sight. Nice kills there for Dremo and Neb, but they do eventually get deleted. Second tick on the board for B.
Frizzy's back in, though. He is out now.
We do need to get one of these, though. With both options in, this is going to be good. Get that kill. Get on point. Lock it in. Diner with 2 players could be a good chance for us to get that final tick there, and then we'll look back to A in a little bit here. But push on site. Who is that? Doesn't matter. He's dead. B almost capped. And that's going to be a beautiful cap, I think. Final player, Brandon, trying to lock in.
I mean, J-Ray is holding it down right now. We have to give him big props for that. He was not letting that go. He got the 3rd ticket for us.
No, that was beautiful. Now we got an extra minute on the board. Looking back to A site.
And I mean, we almost got the 2 ticks on A still, which is nice to see, but no one's going for it right now. We're kind of just all dancing around it.
Well, what we need to do right now is get spawns. So they're trying to get a couple sneaky peeks. They still have 30 seconds to get on point. Once they're on, then the timer stops. But right now it's all about spawn setup. And they're trying to get themselves in a position where they can get on that point without any contention from the rooftops or any flank spots. Hey, that's going to be a good kill. Let's get it. Now they hop onto point. There it is. Last 23 seconds. And they're going to be on point. Got to watch those rooftops, though. Circle around. Oh, this is starting to not look too good here for the Condors. That's all 3 players gone. So close. That was a much better look from the Condors, though, and I think they know it too. Frizzy, a little more confidence in his face now after that one.
And even just the way they're running around the map. They ran around it like they owned it.
Yeah, this was – I also love the split because a lot of times what we saw in the last semester was teams going for that A cap first. Right? They wanted to get the A cap. B would be next after that. We decided let's get a split, go for 2 ticks on both. That gives us the option to go for either and try to confuse St. Clair depending on where they're at. So almost had the clean finish off there, but St. Clair, smart players in their own right.
They came in. I mean, it happens. Just got to keep pushing forward. And, I mean, the strat was good. Might as well keep it going just a little better, I guess.
Like, just a little better.
A little more refined. Neb taking down a player.
Yeah, look how hard they went for B this time. I talked about most players wanting to go for that A cap, but they instantly dropped onto B site, trying to take Diner out immediately before heading back to the ruins. 3 players on. They should be able to win it, surely. 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom, and we lose 1 player in. Please get them down, finally. But that took us 2 players. We at least got the trades. And we'll be able to clear out this second tick.
Hopefully get a 3rd. I mean, a 3rd would be nice, but that storage room.
Well, the problem right now is that we're losing the gunfights. That's a good one to at least clean it up. So we got that B site, and that's going to force spawn down in the bottom right corner of the map, which is good for us to get back to an A site hold.
We see Frizzy down there trying to keep them stuck there.
No, Frizzy's feeling it right now. He's still rocking a 6-6 on his KD, but he's feeling it right now. That's why I said I think overall when we saw on the player cams, he looked like he had the most confidence still in him, and I think it's because he's keeping up with St. Clair right now. Although look at C-Wads, 12-4.
That's
good. Still good hold. These little gunfights are what we want. Keeping them off that A site.
Little wins go a long, long way, and I mean the Condors. They win their gunfights, they lose their gunfights, but right now, I mean they're
holding them off.
Of it.
Yeah, no, the good thing is they're holding them off. For the most part, 19 seconds left, and the fact that St. Clair doesn't even have a point yet is a good sign, but we do need to get them off here. Whole team needs to rush in here because they're about to grab that A site. It is counted up, and they tried to get the rush. They're not going to be able to get them off the point, and that's getting an extra minute on the board for St. Clair. Now, with all the Condors dead, that might have actually been a problematic push because now we have to respawn, and we're going to have to be coming down that backside site, and that's going to be very difficult to get themselves back onto Diner with players from St. Clair already there.
Yeah, and we've seen it before. These corners for the Condors, St. Clair's they just know.
Yeah, I'm also concerned. We saw an incredible flank from, I missed who it was, but an incredible flank on the back alley over Dumpster towards Diner.
Yeah.
It completely eliminated our chances. The second that we lost 2 players on that push, it was a GG at that point. Yeah, now I see a little bit of confidence disappearing from all the players.
Yeah.
Like, okay, St. Clair's good.
Yeah, the faces are a little gloom right now.
Not over yet, though. It ain't over until it's over.
Yeah, until that little screen pops up of defeat and you kind of just cry a little. It's not over.
It's not over until you're crying.
Exactly.
If you started the crying at the beginning.
I mean, hopefully not. But like the boys, they're getting good shots in. It's just St. Clair's one step ahead.
Got to tick down on A site, which is a good start. That tick's complete, right? Yeah. Going for a second. Oh, no, we didn't have it. Yeah, we were actually just short of it, but we do grab it now. It's going to be a little troublesome, though. Oh, that was a good kill, though. Frizzy is going to buy us a little bit more time.
Thank you, Frizzy. Goodbye, Frizzy. Yep, they're just getting gunned down. It's so unfortunate. J-Ray, thank you for putting up something. Almost going for the second.
Good push, though. We got, I believe, that second tick. So we're not in the worst position right now, but time is starting to tick down. Are they going to look for a B-side push? They are, but St. Clair's already on us. They know our tactics. They know what we like to go for. Ooh, a little sneaky win there out mid. If you see this right now, Brandon got eliminated, and we do have J-Ray on point, sneaking out that last final tick. That was a great distraction. We called out St. Clair calling us out. That was the mind games I love to see
and
from the Condors.
He's holding it down. He's doing his thing.
No, that was good. Beautiful. We got it done. Extra minute on the board. 1:40 to pull out Diner, and Neb already on point.
They're doing good. Something clicked for them just now.
Although we got to win these gunfights. 3 players down. Good luck, Neb. We know he's good, but I don't know if he's take down all 4 St. Clair players as they flank around the building on you good. Yeah, no. He's going to be eliminated. And that's going to be St. Clair on point. Clear out anything we may have gotten. We got full squad, though. We win this gunfight here outside by the bus
J-Ray
stop.
and Frizzy taking 2 down.
Love it.
Dremel got taken down, though. That's okay, though.
We win this gunfight? We did not. That was the gunfight we needed to win. Still a minute on the board. Yeah, reset. You see a squad going for a little bit of a reset. Now we make the push. I don't know if you're going to win that gunfight yet. You don't, but at least it was a trade. This is starting to hurt us a little bit.
These players, honestly, I'm going to say it, St. Clair, to me, they're like an ethereal being right now. They are who I would strive to be. The Condors are holding their own the best that they can, but the Condors are currently doing what I would do.
That was the hard thing too, running out of lives by the end of it.
Yeah.
And St. Clair is going to win that as well. A good push. This was the map we were hoping to get a little more juice out of, but
those gunfights, they just...
Yeah, it honestly, it really came down to the composure of St. Clair. And they do take us out throughout the day. That's a 3-0 on the board for our matchup against St. Clair. Team we're hoping to have maybe a little more gusto on. It really was unfortunate that we started with maps that maybe weren't super in our favor for familiarity and comfortability. A little more, as we saw on the control map there. Looked a lot better. I love to see some of the newer strats that we had coming out. Again, I don't know if that's because of the addition of Neb, if this is because Coach Eric, Mr. Potsy, was working on some stuff over that summer break coming into this next semester. But either way, I'd like to see the fresh take on what we've seen before from this squad.
Yeah, it's really nice to see. And for all we know, it could be a mix of Neb and Eric working together to kind of be like, okay, this is what I'm thinking for the team, and the other going, you know what, yeah, that's a good idea, or maybe let's try it a slightly different way.
Yeah. Well, again, long discussions right now, and this is what I like to see. Communication is a big thing that I think sets the Condors apart. That even without pulling in insane levels of imports across our different esports squads, we still manage to stay relatively competitive with the different schools around all these different leagues like NACE, NACE, and whatever it may be. So the fact that I think we just have a generally good atmosphere with our players at Condors is great. The fact that these players are in a professional studio already sets them on a path of thinking about this professionally. This isn't a bunch of players sitting in their rooms trying to play some games while they're at college. They are in jerseys. They are in seats in a studio that cost a lot of money with a broadcast going on, playing in front of an audience online. So I think that inherently sets a good mentality for these players to communicate. And I like to see that instantly after the game's done, let's not dwell on negative emotions. Let's get everything out immediately, because animosity can creep in if you do let it dwell too long.
And one of the worst things is going to sleep with a bad head.
Exactly. Never go to bad med. Never go to bed mad.
Yeah. Especially against your team. I mean, to a degree, these are your significant others.
Exactly. These are
these boys play together. They are with each other all the time. So to go to bed, even if it's just a little bit of frustration against maybe, someone messed up,
right?
It's better to get it out now before, letting it fester, and then the next match comes up and you're just kind of just staring each other down.
Exactly. I do want to call out though on our one of our observers who's been playing Lego Fortnite on this computer. There's an update. Who's been playing Lego Fortnite? I got someone is using the obs to play Lego Fortnite. Who's logged in? Let's put them on blast.
I didn't even know Lego Fortnite existed.
Yeah. So Lego and Rocket League have games built into. They're trying to go for the whole metaverse kind of thing, right? That's really funny. I love to see that. It was kind of fun, honestly. I was playing it. It was basically just a base builder, like it was its own kind of little like survival game kind of thing, but it was pretty easy. So that was pretty good. That was really fun. Anyways, looking forward, I got words in. My comms are a little quiet right now. I don't know if we have a schedule for the rest of the week or what to look for. I think I heard about tomorrow. 8:30 is when I'm getting in for our matchup tomorrow. I don't know what we're playing. Call of Duty. Yes. We got Call of Duty again tomorrow. Okay.
We're up against.
Are you tomorrow?
Cumberland. I will be here tomorrow. You will be with Andrew.
Okay. And you just said Cumberland. Uh-oh. That's one of the other hard matchups. Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll take upset tomorrow.
That is tough to get them out of the way right away, because it's like, do you want to get those out of the way when you're not warmed up and ready to go?
But I feel like it's better because you can you set your pace early.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I think I'm gonna lean towards what you said as well. That you say, okay, this is what to expect. With these, you're going to work to defeat that level of play.
Yeah.
So when you go play the other guys, it's going to feel a little more even and a little more on your side.
And in a mean way, you are reminded very quickly that you are no longer a top dog.
Yep.
You are a little tiny thing in a cage,
little baby,
trying to get out, and you got essentially wolf packs around you, and you got to figure out how to work your way around them and just inch yourself forward just a little bit until you're comfortable and take them all out.
That's very true. Again, squad locking in for the night, which means we're probably going to be doing the same. We got to give a shout out to everyone that did end up joining us tonight. Shouts to the squad for getting in their first game. Some more Call of Duty for them tomorrow. Shouts to you. Thanks for hanging out and watching some COD with me.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it was great. I need you, though, to find the door because, as I said, this is an endless void. Not sure how we're going to get out of here, but we're going to do our best. If not, we'll stay here, and then we'll see you tomorrow. You'll know if the clothes are different. But for
we
now,
actually secretly packed some.
Yeah, we actually have a whole year's worth of clothes here because, as we said, they don't let us out. But we'll try. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us. It was a blast. And hopefully tomorrow we'll get some dubs. We'll see you then.
Esports is for everybody. That's what makes this so special, where there's not a lot of barrier to entry. It's, do you have a passion for gaming? That's all it really takes. There's so many different things involved in this. It really does take that full team to make a successful event run. And that's what this program does. You got the lighting going on. You got the video capture going on. You got the whole production crew that are packaging this all together. You have the shoutcasting that's happening. We want to be, that pinnacle for esports. We want students to come here, learn from industry best, and launch their careers in esports. You have that new arena that's being built. To have that investment through the college, it proves a lot. We're invested in this. This can lead to something really big and something really neat and something that you're really invested in. It's a billion-dollar industry, and we really can't wait to see where this goes.
Conestoga College is setting the stage for a new era in gaming. In 2025, we're opening a state-of-the-art esports venue, a premier facility for high-performing gamers in Canada.
In this 10,000 square foot facility, we're putting you in the center of the action. The facility will have 50 top-tier PC stations, 5 console stations, immersive VR stations, a team operations room, a full production suite, and a premier competition stage.
Esports is a rapidly evolving industry with global viewership of 532 million in 2022. This initiative goes beyond esports. It's also a platform for forging bonds, making memories, and creating connections.
Since 2020, Condors Esports continues to evolve, providing industry-leading facilities and experiences to the esports community.
Conestoga's esports venue expresses a sustainable and intentional future to compete, play, and work, all powered by gaming.